Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2011 New Bern Civic Theater Awards Gala. Now please welcome your host, Mr. John Baldwin.
I love it. A full house, and I'm up here in front of you all. By the way, for those of you who've never seen me in formal shorts, I told last year's crowd, or 2 years ago, I guess, when I wore these the first time, if you want to know the story behind these things, because I'm probably the only guy east of Raleigh that has them, and is willing to wear them. But on a cruise, I did the whole thing, which I'm going to give to you now. Thank you. This is going to be a glorious night because you're here for the same reason I'm here. We love theater, and we love the arts, and we love those who do theater. So you have filled the theater tonight to show your support for those who spent all of their time, their money out of their own pockets, and lots of hours here at this theater making you happy and entertaining you. First of all, before we get started, I want to tell you a quick joke. Well, it's not going to be a quick one. Did you hear about the elderly couple who shared everything?
No.
They went to the restaurant, and the fellow ordered one meal. Well, there was another fellow sitting at the next table, and when he overheard the conversation with the waiter, he went over to the table to the couple and said, listen, thinking that they couldn't afford 2 meals, that they're on Social Security or a very short pension. He said, listen, I'll buy you another meal. And the man said, no, that's fine, we're okay, we're okay. So the meal came, and the fellow divided the entree in half and put one on another plate. He divided the vegetables, even down to counting the peas, and put them on separate plates, and each had an equal amount. Well, as they were sitting there, he noticed that the man was only eating, the lady was watching. He thought that was rather strange. Well, after the man had finished his meal, he got up and left the table and went off. So he decided this is a good opportunity to go speak to the lady. So he went over and he said, listen, I'm certainly willing to buy you an extra meal. She said, no, we're fine. When he comes back, it's my turn to use the teeth. Oh, I love you. I love you. All right, we're going to start this off tonight with a lady in this theater who makes everything happen because she's the glue that holds all of us together. Angelina Harding, come on up. All right.
Angelina didn't have anything to say.
Yeah, right.
Actually, last minute she goes, hey, could you go up there and throw a few words out there? Because she goes, you're the president, and say something. But same thing I'm saying that John says to you. I want to thank all of you for sharing this year with us here at New Bern Civic Theater. We had a great year. When you think of what has happened here between Smoke on the Mountain and Wizard of Oz, I mean, it's just such a volume. We had the Motown, we had James Gregory, we had a poker tournament, we had a hurricane, we got a new toilet. And as a result of the hurricane, we got a new roof over on the attic. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, there we go. This place wouldn't happen without you and every one of you, and the amount of work that people put in, whether it's on the stage, under the stage, up in the balconies and rafters. It's all about the people that are here tonight, and I want to thank you. some of the exciting little things that we have happen as we go along. I want to show you a little video about our Rocky Horror that we put on here. This is the 3rd year, and we were invited down to Cherry Branch.
Cherry Point!
Cherry Point! With some of our cast of crazies that hang out here on a regular basis. And we put on a heck of a show down there. And it's all part of what we love to do is support our troops in the military and the armed forces here. So let's roll that quick little video. That's just an example of all the hard work that Angelina puts into. And it's nice that she went and trashed someone else's theater. But along that same theme of what we want to give back to our people in uniform and service, we also had the 9/11 Memorial Gala that was tied in with the beginning of Guys and Dolls. And I was there that night. I don't know if anybody remembers. And by the time I got done doing my speech after everything else with the bagpipes and all, it was so hard that night to come in here and turn into Nathan Detroit. But here's a little clip of that that evening. That was just a wonderful night that we had here. And let's take a look. Everybody notice the footwork of the color guard there? Keith Boyd, we need those guys. They can dance.
You got 3 months.
Thank you, Keith. Besides all the things that you see that we do for the public, there's an awful lot that goes on behind the scenes here. Volunteers that you never see, but they're here fixing and repairing and checking exit lights. We had a big cleanup day at one point this year where we went under the stage and we hauled out rotten, wet carpet and wood. We had cleanups after the hurricane. We added the other facilities in the restroom. But one of the big things was getting a roof that is going to keep the rain out for a long time. And maybe we can start fixing the inside now that we can keep the weather outside. So here's a small, short little video about the roof. The cast of Guys and Dolls has some fedoras that they'll be passing around. All right, back to our MC. John, we're going to stick with the program now. We're not going to change this up on you, okay?
That's all right, thank you, Angelina Chitty. Or maybe it's Jim Hardy, I'm sorry. Before we go on any further, for those of you who didn't notice Keith Boyd's name at the bottom of these videos, Keith has done a tremendous job with all the video in here for the last several years. And you're going to see a lot more to come tonight. I think, let's give Keith a great big round. You do a great job in all the things that you do here, not just videoing. Our first show of the year, as Jim said, was Smoke on the Mountain, directed by Don Sargent, and performed by a stellar cast who made up Tampa our feet with infectious music. For those of you who don't know or didn't see Smoke on the Mountain, it's a very difficult show to do because it requires most or some of the actors to also be musicians because there is no orchestra. So you have to be a singer, an actor, and a musician all rolled into one. So let's watch a small video on Smoke. What a great way to start the year. Our second one was Confession from Both Sides of the Fence, which has our show for Black History Month. And it was written and performed by Tavis Bunsen and Danny the Poet Cook. And there will be a short video on this one. a great show to celebrate our Black History Month. And now, before I introduce Chrissy, hold on just a minute, Chrissy. I want to give you one more joke. There were at least two things Adam and Eve could not do. Eve could not ask Adam about his other wives. Adam couldn't brag about his mama's cooking. And with that, I want to introduce Chrissy Lacha, who will come up and give you the overview for our next two Sex Bradbury and Willy Wonka videos. Chrissy, come on up. She's our youth coordinator.
I'm sorry. Hello. Hello. I got here tonight, all prepared to do something else, and I'll do that too. But Angelina said, oh, and also you should tell them about the youth program. I said, okay. What would you like me to say? She said, no, you'll be fine. I have to go and do this. I said, I know that you've all seen me do things here. And I have an amazing time doing things there. It is just such a blessing, and I can't thank you, all of you, enough for giving me the opportunity to do things there. And sometimes here. However, I know that I'm here in New Bern, and this is where I will live, and this is where I will stay. And despite late night moments when I think, you know, I could just go to New York and be amazing things. It's not happening, and we know that. So there has to be a reason why I do what I do. And the reason that I do what I do is sitting in those rows. The point of theater is to educate, to inform, and to entertain. Our job as adults working in community theater is to help bring the children and the young people, and you're all children, I know you're big, you're grown, whatever. Is to help bring these young people to the place where they can educate and inform and entertain. I thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to work with such stellar and talented young people. Not just theatrically, they're brilliant. Theatrical students are better students. They learn better, their grades are better. What we do here supports them to go into the world with a better basis for being human beings. And I thank you for allowing me to do that. And now let's watch some video of them being amazing up here.
And thank you, Chrissy, for what you do. You spend lots of hours down here with our children and young people. Thanks again to Don Elmore and Will Christian. We'll get to see Don Elmore a little later in Knives and Dolls. He got a double dose this year. Our first award this year is the Junior Stagecraft Award, and it will be presented by board member Beth Hick and director Don Elmore. So you'll get to see Don real soon. Come on up.
The Junior Stagecraft Award is for young performers under 14 years of age who demonstrate not only ability but have an understanding of good stage technique and are part of the theater team. Attitude plays a huge role in the awarding of this honor, and tonight's recipient has shown an exemplary attitude and a firm grasp of theater craft.
Junior Stagecraft Award this year is being presented to someone that, you know, as actors and directors, you just hope to find talent, you know, and there's a lot of talent that can be cultured in young people. You get them in, you work with them, and you really, but every once in a while, somebody walks in the door that just has natural God-given talent. And that's something that is a delight for a director. So the winner of this year's Stagecraft Award is a young lady who, the moment she walked in the door, I swore she was channeling Barbra Streisand. She walked in, I will tell you, she walked into auditions for Willy Wonka late, afraid she had missed them. And she walked in the door and she said, "Have I missed it?" And thank goodness she didn't, because this person, Michael Adams, has got the most natural ability. You will see this young lady go far. You will see this young lady go far. Let's take a look at some of her work.
Well, I really didn't expect for this to happen. I mean, I came home to my mom telling her about it, and she's like, "Okay, if you don't get an award, you know what to do." And I said, "Okay, I know that." So I'm here, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, Mom!" I just want to thank the cast of Willy Wonka. I want to thank my dad for taking to me rehearsal all this time. And I want to thank you for giving me this part. Without you, I would have not gotten this award.
Wow. I sure don't remember being that talented when I was that young. And I'm still not that talented. Our second award tonight, the Bertrand Award, will be presented by board member Marsha Butler and stagehands interpreter Catherine Trout. So come on up, ladies.
Award is named in honor of a longtime friend of Grimm Civic Theater. Pat was a director and an advocate of excellence in theater. This award is for young performers over the age of 14 who exhibit excellence, commitment, and teamwork in theater. This honor also recognizes all of you other thespians that are responsible and thorough in your approach to theater.
Good evening. I have such an honor to present this award to a young lady that I believe that exhibits everything that the Pat Bertrand Award shows. I had an opportunity, last year was my first year working with the Stagehands Productions for Willy Wonka. And I tell you, theater kids, they are so great to work with. They were just so awesome. And I enjoyed it so much that now I'm doing Jungle Book. This young lady, got to meet her last year, and even through some personal loss that she had to go through, she still came with a positive attitude and willing to work and to learn almost 150-page script in a month and a half. But then it was such a great attitude and just was, I mean, her smile was just so contagious that you just leave smiling yourself. And I just really appreciate her. I can call on her, and just a couple weeks ago, she had to run practice for me. And she did it with such a great attitude, and I love her so much. And this year, the Bertrand Award is going to go to Trisha Gable. Join us as we watch Trisha's performance. But again, Trisha Gable.
Wow, is really all I can say right now. I was not expecting to get this. I really just want to say thank you to my mom, because she kept driving me to rehearsal, and everybody knows there's a lot of rehearsals. I want to thank Miss Kathy, because she has been my inspiration for signing through Willy Wonka, through Jungle Book now, and she's just the most amazing person. I love her so much. Just thank you.
Our fourth show of the year was Steel Magnolias, directed by Hannah Marshbanks. We'll now see a short video.
And Jay Tyson. We had co-directors.
Sorry about that, I wasn't told that. But, unlike Chrissy, we'll make those adjustments as we need.
I would not have done it without Jay Tyson.
Thank you, sorry about that, sorry for the omission. We'll catch you up. And now a short video on Steel Magnolias. Thanks again to Hannah and Jay. Going on with the awards, the Tom Landon Award for Technical Excellence will be presented by former manager Tom Landon and sound technician Mike Lewis. Come on up, guys.
I know how John dresses. I didn't want to come up long. I'd also like to echo everything I've heard in appreciation to the audience, to the staff, of course Angelina, our hero, and to all of you who have participated in this theater's efforts. It takes a lot of people to make this sort of thing happen. And you're doing a hell of a job, let me tell you. The technical people, better known as techies, are responsible for making everyone on stage look and sound good to the audience. They at times fill in the blanks with sound and lighting effects to enhance what the playwright cannot put. Good lighting not only helps the audience see what is going on, but it can contribute to the mood or feeling of a scene. Great sound not only is hearing a performance in a clear and concise manner, but at times a gunshot or an engine noise tells part of the story. Technical effects. playwright can't put into words. No, wait a minute, I'll just... technical effects twice. Technical effects are the director's tools to make his or her production the best it can be. It is an honor for me to be associated with this award. And here is Mike Lewis to tell us about this year's award winner.
Thank you, Tom. I got to get my notes out. Normally I don't do this. I have the honor of telling you a little bit about this year's recipient. As technicians, we have to wear many hats, and things don't always go as planned. One moment you're running sound or lighting, next you're backstage fixing a mic, and then you're back where you started. This year's recipient is the consummate team player, stepping in and doing whatever has to be done. Words used to describe them would be passionate and dedicated. Passion comes in many different forms. Some people run around 100 miles an hour with their hair on fire. Others are calm, and that keeps everything moving. I've seen this year's recipient do both. Sometimes they're over here, sometimes over here, but they're always right here with you. Dedicated, whether they were working on one show or three, they make sure their job is taken care of. It's not a matter of just being here, but being here and giving 100% every single time. Not only are they a great technician, but also a very, very special person. They are someone you want to be around and look forward to seeing. I look forward myself seeing what the future holds for them. And so, this year's recipient of the Tom Landon Award for Technical Excellence is Jordan Yek. Down from the balcony, we had to sneak her in.
Hold on to the whole thing. Hold on to the whole thing.
You just don't know, Jordan's been sick all day, and she was supposed to run tech tonight. So I had to tell her today at lunch, Jordan, you really need to be here. People are going to get awards, and you're going to be upset if you don't see it. Here she is.
Not very good at speaking, so I'm not going to do this for very long. This is one of the best things that I've ever done. You know, aside from that spelling bee thing that I heard back in 5th grade, this is up there. This theater's my home. So it's nice to be here with all you guys. So, thank you.
Yeah, well, you know, what's that?
Just don't carry on mine.
Well, it's the only time I get to mess up something. Normally I have to fix it.
And thank you, Jordan. For those of you that don't know, and I'm assuming most of you do, Jordan's a whale of a dancer, too.
I
got one more joke for you. What do you call two fleas on a ball man? Homeless. Enough of the foolishness. On to the next award, the Artistic Achievement Award, to be presented by members of the board, Keith Boyd and Missy Blackerby. Come on up.
This award recognizes the person that has demonstrated artistic excellence that has enhanced our productions throughout the years. This is someone who has creativity and vision and just an overall outstanding artistic achievement. And I'm very fortunate that I know this person personally, and my own child has been able to work with this person. And I can tell you that this person is just an amazing individual. He's always not about himself. It's always about the show. It's always about teaching. It's always about being very incredibly loving and enhancing the opportunities that everyone that's involved in the production is able to have. So I'm going to turn it over to Keith Boyd to be able to present it.
I too have had the pleasure of knowing this person for several years now. An individual who gives themselves entirely to the work that they do here in the theater. A consummate professional who, like one of those qualities that Mike Lewis was saying, especially when you're working in tech, things go down and things look like they're not going to work and that the show will not go on. And you have to have that calm attitude to make things happen. And, excuse me, this person I have never seen in any state of disarray whatsoever. A consummate professional, a technical genius, an amazing family man, and an all-around great friend, and somebody whom I still owe a very nice steak dinner to, with perhaps a nice glass of wine, not too fruity. I'm surprised I went over. That was a really inside joke. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like y'all to give a big round of applause to this year's Artistic Director Award winner, Frank Eason.
Wow, I don't know what to say. I'm honored to recognize you. This is great. I've had a blast doing this. This is more hobby for me. I know a lot of you guys are more professionals. I have a day job. But so I do this for fun until this is my day job. I've had a blast doing it. I really like working with everybody, especially the kid shows, watching the kids move up. People see them advance from being shaky the first show to just knock it out of the park, the second or third show. So it's really cool to be involved everywhere. So just want to say, I had kind of prepared for the previous one because I was going to say I'd never seen Tom in shorts. I've never seen Mike not in shorts, but I didn't recognize Mike. I thought he was the doorman or something. Thanks again for the picture.
Our fifth show of the year was Guys and Dolls, directed by Mr. Don Elmore, and had a cast, I think Don told me, of 37, of which Jordan was a part of that, and many, many others, and lots of hard work, and many hours went into that production as well. So now let's view a video of Guys and Dolls. Thank you again, Don, and all the cast of Guys and Dolls. It was a great show. That's because I was on it. Before we get too far, we talked about the techies a while ago. We've got one great techie that's been here for several years, and he hangs around the theater 24 hours. Let's give a big round of applause to Chris Pearson. And on with the awards. The next one is the Volunteer of the Year Award, presented by Office Manager June Yates and the Accountant Carter Ann Rollins. Come on up, ladies.
The Volunteer of the Year Award is presented to the person deemed most valuable by the theater as a whole. So the number person that I am thought, okay, we have so many productions, have so many shows, and have the people at the box office, and you get the idea. And I finally came to the realization, our volunteers are priceless. We could not be here tonight or have all the fun that we have here without them. My life has personally been enriched by them because these are ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And our volunteers are truly the foundation upon which Newbern Civic Theater rests.
Well, I really don't know what to say. This person and I have been friends for a number of years. She's volunteered here for a number of years. And we absolutely, in recent years, could not do without her. I could go on, but I will tell you, if anybody needs someone to edit anything, this volunteer can do it, and she's up to the task. Without further ado, your volunteer for this year is Gail Tillett.
Very briefly, Wade and I moved here 10 years ago. After 3 weeks of living here, not knowing anybody, I attended a women's expo and I met June. I have been through 4 executive directors in this theater. And come May, I will be a 10-year volunteer. Can you believe it? I was helping doing whatever it is they think I help with. Keith Boyd wandered through, and he said, I can't stay away from this place. And I thought to myself, my sentiments exactly. I've enjoyed every minute I've been here. Thank you.
Thank you again, Gail. I've known you a lot of years too, and thank you for all you do. Executive Directors Award, and I'm afraid to announce who's going to present this. I think it's Angelina Chittick. I'm not sure. Angelina, come on up. Welcome, our Executive Director.
We are sitting here tonight and we are talking about the many people who make things happen here. Every single day that I'm here, I learn something from each and every one of you. And this recipient, I learned a heck of a lot from. This year's award is very new. We had so many outstanding people this year that we couldn't choose. They were remarkable acts of strength, perseverance, integrity. You are the people that keep me up here, that keep me stable. And she did. You know what, though? That can be played both ways. You people put me here. Your friends know to laugh. Sometimes we fill our plates so full that I'm in awe of some of the things that you guys are able to do. And this award recipient is one of them. She was able to get up here, learn her lines, choreograph a show, help everyone with what they needed to be helped with. And she taught me to dance as Carmen Miranda. And that was a childhood dream of mine, was to get up and play that role. But that paled in comparison to what she did for Wizard of Oz. 20 minutes before she was set to get up on stage, as a crow, she pulled it together to take over a role because our Tin Woman ended up in the hospital. 20 minutes to get up on stage and play a lead role. That is phenomenal. It is my honor and pleasure to give the Executive Director's Award to none other than Nikki Chirico. Of just how phenomenal she is.
Thank you. I am very honored by this, very honored. I adore this theater. And I know I shouldn't take a million years, so I really want to thank Angelina and John, the people standing behind me, because they're wonderful. Thank you, Dawn, for putting me in your show and letting me choreograph for the first time. It was absolutely magical, and I know I want to choreograph for the rest of my life because I was able to have that experience. Thank you to my Hotbox girls and all of my wonderful I Can't Dance dancers. You were amazing. And every time someone would say, okay, I can't dance, but I can move, I was like, okay, that's fine, we can do it. And we did, and it was amazing. And the spirit behind all of your work was wonderful. And you know, we put on a fantastic show, and every single night, I know I was supposed to be Adelaide, but I watched from that front wing every single dance that happened, and all I could do was smile because of how proud I was for everyone who did such a fantastic job. And this is really, really an honor. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Megan and JP and Chrissy. And that night, okay, that everyone talks about me being the Tin Woman, I still get sick to my stomach thinking about it. Thank you, everyone backstage, Chrissy for the costuming, people who ran at the last second to get my hair up and to put my makeup on. It was terrifying, and I never want to have to do it again. But magical at the same time because it shows how fantastic people can pull things together in theater, and it shows the true work of art. And I was not the person to be recognized in that night. It was Derek Jordan, who played the Scarecrow, Lamar Brown, who played the Lion, and Georgia Blackerby, wherever she is, I know she's in here, who played Dorothy, who were able to fudge me through the script and make me look natural, and they did a fantastic job, and thank you all very much for this. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. I got to tell you, Nikki and I were just talking out in the lobby before the awards tonight. I didn't know who Nikki was when I was in Guys and Dolls. I'd never met this young lady. And I watched her for a couple of things, and I'm thinking, this little lady is playing Adelaide. She's doing all the choreography, and she's going to school to boot. I'm thinking, how does she do all that? I know young people have a lot of energy, but my God. Thank you again, Nikki. Our last award will be the President's Award, to be presented by our board chair, Mr. Jim Chittick. Come on up, Jim.
Last year, I had been president of New Bern Civic Theater for 3 weeks before this event. So Angelina jumped in there and helped me work out the award and figure out what we were going to do with it. This year, Angelina said, "Hey, here's what I'm thinking for the President's Award." And I said, "Hey, it's the President's Award."
I thought I was in control of everything.
She still thinks she's in control of everything. But, so if you notice, there's an additional award this year, the Executive Director's Award. Angelina has hers, so. The President's Award, I feel, should be given to someone, again, like so many of these categories, who just gives of themselves, who doesn't come through this door for the starring role on stage, but just wants to be part of it, just wants to give of themselves. Kind of like a good citizen that everybody admires in town. And the word citizen is also derived in part of the word civic, which is what we're all about here. This person came through the door about a year ago, maybe a little bit more, and asked what they could do, which is always a mistake when you do that to Angelina. But the work that this person put out, they ran spotlights, they pulled curtains, they designed sets, they counseled me on how we go forward with the Civic Theater. They helped with a fundraiser, they acted, they went to the hospital, and they survived so much. And by the way, this person not only directed one show, but with less than 3 months, stepped in and took over to direct Guys and Dolls. This year's President's Award I would like to give to Mr. Don Elmore.
Oh boy! Oh my gosh. You know, it's so interesting to get an award for doing what you love. You know, and I'm sorry I get emotional, but I've had 2 amazing casts that I have had the absolute pleasure to direct. The kids from Willy Wonka were amazing, absolutely amazing. And they just had all the energy, and it was just fun. It was just fun. We just had a good time. And then Guys and Dolls, oh my gosh, I've said this all along, it was one of the most enjoyable experiences I've ever had in my 35 years of theater. It was amazing, the talent. And you know, when you direct and you have a group like that, it makes my job so much easier. But you know, New Bern Civic Theater is my home. I mean, it really has. I moved to New Bern almost 2 years ago, and yeah, I wandered in and made the mistake of asking them, what can I do? And, you know, but I have never regretted a day of it. I am so thrilled to have gotten to know each and every one of you and work with you. I mean, working with Brandon and John Van Dyke and Nikki, and working with Chantal and Chrissy and Angelina and all the people that helped with Willy Wonka. Chris, oh my gosh, poor Chris. I'd say, Chris, can we? And he'd look and go, oh yeah, we can do it. And Mike making us actually be heard, you know, and how many mics are you going to need? I don't know yet, but I'll get back to you on that. So, thank you. I'm so touched. Thank you very much. Yeah, I like to take a walk.
Now, our last show of the year for 2011 was directed by Aaron Williams, and was The Wizard of Oz. Let's now watch a short video of The Wizard of Oz. Thank you, George. And thanks again to Aaron Williams and the entire cast for Wizard of Oz. The next award is the Outstanding Musical Achievement Award, presented by musical directors John Van Dyke and Deanie Singleton. Come on up, guys.
Music is the lifeblood of New England Civic Theater. It sets the mood, it stirs emotion, and delivers the zest we must have to be a viable community theater. The Outstanding Musical Achievement Award is intended to recognize excellence through music. This award is presented not only for an outstanding musical performance on stage, but includes many musical contributions.
I can't tell you how happy I am to be the one that's giving this award tonight, because it's to a very, very special person. You know, I've worked with a lot of people, and you know, a lot of good musicians. Some of them are great people too. Some of them are just great musicians. But there is this really, really special person who has a great deal of heart, and amazing talent that's God-given, because it's just amazing. It amazes me. The first time I saw this person, I was sitting in the audience watching a show, which turned out to be very good. I was sort of drugged out to that show because I had a lot of friends that were in it, and it turned out to be one of the best things that I've seen. And I look over in the pit, and here's this person just playing away. They're laughing at all the jokes, and they're just like, oh, they're so into it. And I was just so amazed that I had to walk over and meet this person. And since then, I have had the opportunity to work with this very special and wonderful person on several occasions, and I hope to continue to do so. I like to keep him by my side as much as possible, because he's also become a very, very good friend of mine. Brandon Banks. He's really fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
My voice is going. Some people have called me Jerry Lee Lewis before. If you see me perform, you know, you can tell that I add uniqueness to the theater by actually moving and feeling the music. And, you know, I don't want to be like the professionals, just sit there like a bump on the log. I like to get into what I do. So, it's just an honor for this award. You know, I really haven't gotten many awards in music. This will be the first. So, I've only been doing music for 3 years, and I've been in musical theater for 1 year, and I'm on my 6th show.
We put him to work.
So it's a great honor to have music in my life, and piano, and the theater is like a second family to me, and it's a real joy to know people like John Baldwin and Angelina Harding and and all those people that are in theater. There's a lot. So, but thank you. It's a great joy. So.
Thank you, Brandon. You're a great young man. And now our next award is the Outstanding Performer of the Year Award, to be presented by Board Member Chad Siddick. and Youth Coordinator Chrissy Bacho.
I got this. I can get on the stage now.
It's off. It's off, that's the problem.
Wow, what a show. Look around. Directors, actors, techies, stagehands. How about a round of applause for all the talent? This next award is for Outstanding Performer of the Year. This award is given to the performer whose portrayal of character is captivated, but not only by her peers, but by the community of New Bern as well. This person's stellar performance has touched so many of us and will not be forgotten. But before, we're going to let Chrissy tell a little bit more about this person.
So I wrote it all down because I knew that if I wrote it all down, I could read it and then I would be able to get through it. So we're going to do this together. Ready? Figurative holding hands. Go. Stella Adler, an amazing acting teacher, once said that the theater was created to tell people the truth about life and the social situation. Certainly, we can see from the performances here on this stage that this is true. During New Bern Civic Theater's 2011 season, there were many amazing performances, but the strength and the humor with which this actor imbued their characters stood out above the rest. And this actor, director, and educator is the embodiment of this truth. It is often viewed as a simple thing, comedy. Fall down, right, Keith Wood? Speaking of silly voice, that's me. Mug for the audience, I think we know who that is. Desi Arnaz said that an actor who is good at comedy can also be very good at drama, but not necessarily vice versa. Actually, he probably said it different. I don't do accents well. In performances here at New Bern Civic Theater, we have seen the dark side and the light of this actor. The emotional breadth she brought to her most recent work was astounding, proving that this actor is very good at both comedy and drama, even within the same character. The joy of working with someone better than you is that you get to stretch your own acting muscles and reach out to new and exciting emotional places. I could not have been more honored to have been given this opportunity to work with this woman and anxiously await the day that we can do so again. She is a talented actor, a brilliant director, a stellar educator, and a good, good woman. Above all that, she is my friend and the sister that I have chosen. And for that friendship and sisterhood, I am truly grateful. Let's watch the video because I'm having trouble holding it together. Here on my street budget, and this year's Fancy Pants Acting Award goes to Julie Marshbanks Anderson.
Turkey in the high school play. Sometimes you choose roles because they're challenging, like Mary, the mother of Jesus. And there's Ratchet, right? And then there are times that you just have to be in a show because you are that character. And Lillian is part of me. And I come from a long line of steel Magnolias, and I'm very proud to be a Southern woman, so thank you.
All right, one more joke. You thought I was through, didn't you? I think last year I asked you, does anybody know what you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. That's right. Well, what do you call a pig with no legs? No, you thought I was going to say ground pork, but that's not it. It's a ground hog. All right, we're going to end tonight. Thank you again for letting me MC tonight. I've enjoyed it. Thank you, Angelina, for inviting me back. I didn't think you would, but that's all right. I'll look forward to next year.
Are you going to come back after all my mess ups?
Well, hey, we forgive each other. All right, again, Angelina Harding, our executive director, will close out the night.
I don't understand. I didn't see an executive director note on my seat, but apparently John has an MC reserve seat, but not just one. He has two. I think we need to work on that. I've had the privilege of doing this job, walking into this theater with absolutely no knowledge. I still don't have any knowledge, as we saw tonight. I never do it alone. I walked in here literally not knowing what I'm doing. And tonight, yes, I don't know what I'm doing still. Chrissy, I'm saying it all for you anyway. There are those special people that I am surrounded, that is my one true talent, is surrounding myself with the most brilliant people. The people who scramble for me, the people who pick up the pieces, the people who challenge me to do better. Yes. If I call your name and you are here, please stand up. June Yates, Carter Ann Rollins, Karen Pearson, Chris Pearson, who is already standing somewhere, Gail, he always does that to me too, Gail Albertini. Okay, you guys really need to stand.
They're over there getting ready for the tape.
Oh, Mike Lewis.
Come on, I know you're here.
Mary Jo and Zoe Chittick. Kristen Rocha. Anna Marshbanks. Leo and Dr. Uravini. Lee Purcell. Kathy Morrison, who is in California right now. Joe Sullivan, who just said he didn't have anything to wear. Tim, Barb, and Taylor Ludwig. Monty Mayo, who is going to be crossed off because she's down in Florida having fun. Conley Evans, Pete Swank, Noah and Jacob Fisher, Aaron Nimmo, Charlie Hall, Phil Knight, and Mark Panicilli. These are the people who are constantly around me, Jim Chittix and just Keith Boyds, everybody who was constantly around me. Thank you so much. Give yourselves a round of applause. Volunteers are so extremely important here at New Bern Civic Theater. None of us would be able to be here. I certainly wouldn't have a job. I have the best job because of what you guys do for me. Volunteers are so important. And there's always, always that one that stands out and does so much for all of us. And we always have to pay homage. Here to help me with that is our board member, Leo Minervini.
John, my knees aren't as good looking as yours. Tom and I can do this. This year, we want to present the Athens Award to a recipient to recognize the total contribution made to the New Bern Civic Theater. Its focus is in many areas, and at times, the recipient provides the glue that holds all of these things together. This year, it goes to a person who has many talents, and as I described them
You probably will have a hint of who it is. But he sings, he acts, he mentors others naturally. He builds sets. He paints the stage before opening night. He's an excellent master of ceremonies, and he's got better looking knees than I do. So let's watch a video to see what others think of our recipient. I'm really not going to say anything else because what you heard on the film is exactly how I feel about Civic Theater. And I'm pretty much speechless right now. This is quite an honor. I never expected anything like this. I love theater, and the statement I made when I opened tonight was, I'm here because you're here because the same reason I am. We all love Civic Theater. We want to see it continue so that we can enjoy it, and maybe I'll be here another 25 years. Thank you again for supporting me.
So let's keep it going. We have a stellar season next year. We're going to be showing some clips of some surprises we have. This year we have a lot of surprises. This year we have a main stage show or a main event every single month. Let's watch the video and then go eat. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for all that you do.